Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Here is Angela Veloso, extremely wet of sweat because today here in Salvador is amazingly hot. So let's start hot. Let's start singing. Yes. And today we're keeping the reggae roots thing. Let's go to Jimmy Cliff. Well, they tell me of a pie up in the sky, waiting for me when I die. But between the day you're born and when you die, they never seem to hear even your cry. So as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share now. What's mine? And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Ooh, the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Well, the oppressors are trying to keep me down, trying to drive me underground. And they think that they have got the better one. I say forgive them, Lord, they know not what they've done. 'Cause as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share now, what's mine. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Whoa, the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I keep on fighting for the things I want. Though I know that when you're dead, you can't. But I'd rather be a free man in my grave than living as a puppet or a slave. So as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share right now, what's mine. And then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. The harder they fall, one and all. Oh, the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Oh, the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Yes. Okay. So Jimmy Cliff is the composer of this song, and and also its interpreter. It's a amazing representante. Vixe. Oh my god. Representative figure of reggae music. Yeah. If you're like here for the first time, then be very welcome to Radio Terra. This is Radio Terra. Here talking is Angela Veloso, straight from Salvador, Bahia. And yeah, this guy Jimmy Cliff is essential part of the history of reggae. Also Jamaican and big figure, not only for reggae but to show the world the potentials of Jamaican music and to show every part of the world more of the Jamaican music. So Jimmy Cliff is it's actually amazing, this guy, because you for sure know him for how's the song, that song that is the most famous Jimmy Cliff song of all that everybody sings, and I'm just forgetting about it now just because I'm talking to you guys, of course. No, this super classical. Guys, I'm not talking by myself, just for you guys to not think that I talk alone. It's not about it. No, this song that you push up. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. That's Jimmy Cliff. And this song that I chose to do today, it's probably the third or fourth more famous song of Jimmy Cliff. It's actually the theme of a movie that has the same title that is called The Harder They Fall. They come, the harder they fall. The harder they come, the harder they fall. And that was acted by Jimmy Cliff too. Like his the main character and also the composer. And it's about, if I understood correctly, it's also about being a musician. And the song was composed inside the movie too, inside the story of the movie. So it's a pretty cool thing. And also, if you don't know Jimmy Cliff's work, please go forward. He has a beautiful story, true life. He's part of more things than you can ever imagine. Like he was inside rock too. He lived in Africa. He lived in America. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to love to search for his story. And just a fun fact, he actually lived here in Brazil for a while, and he had a daughter with a Brazilian woman that is from Bahia, if I'm not mistaken, or that lived in Salvador. And she's a singer too. And I had her name here to talk to you guys. And her name is Nabia B. Nabia B. Nabia B. Okay, so she's a singer too. And he has a lot of cool things together with Brazilian musicians. And he actually had a band that was almost fulfilled with people from Bahia and has a lot of special names from our city that were playing together with him, such as Gabi Guedes and of course Las Matumbi. That is a special name, a very big genius of our city, and that was very close to Jimmy Cliff. So okay, I talked about him, I talked about the story and everything. So let's sing. So I was talking about reggae since day one of this trimester because reggae is such um, a vast style and has so many cool things that sometimes people don't know, which is not the case of this song that everybody knows. And also that's why I wanted to talk to you about it if you don't know it. And if you know it, let's give a little bit more attention to it. So, first things first is about the parts. Since I talked to you guys last time, parts in reggae are like they are more focused on the rhythm in general than in the changes of chords, of extensions of chords, of complexes melodies. No, it's more about rhythm and idea. So we have a very traditional reggae, talking about reggae roots, talking about this one, the harder they come. And the structure is kind of similar to what we saw before, which is verse, chorus, verse, chorus, or ou seja, what do I mean? Ideas, 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 chorus. Ideas, 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 chorus. Ideas, 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 chorus. And the melody just repeats. Okay? I want to focus with you guys on this chorus so we can play with it. But first, I'm just going to show you guys what do I mean by that, about this melody and this form. So when you start the song, intro, oh yeah, 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 to the key. Well, they tell me of a pie up in the sky, waiting for me when I die. Okay? Do da di 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 do di do di do di do. To ti da da do ti ti da, or to ti da da do ti ti da, to ti di da di ti ti da, or little variations that are completely inside verses. If I'm not, also again, not mistaken, waiting for me when I die. It goes in the same note. We can check it together. Next phrase, same melody, just different lyrics. But between the day you're born and when you die, they never seem to hear even your cry. They never seem to hear even your cry. Second part of this A. So as sure as the sun will shine, I'm gonna get my share now. What's mine? I would call it more than a bridge than a second part of the A because it kind of conducts us to go to our chorus that is the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all, and then repeat. But let's check this bridge again together. So as sure as the sun will shine, do 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 do. And this part is the part that he actually leaves to improvise to play with the phrases. The first one. So as sure as the sun, do ba dee do 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 do. I'm gonna get my share now. What's mine? What's mine? What's mine? Okay, so I'll come from before. Doing this melody again. I'll do it without lyrics so you guys just to feel what is going to be repeating, okay? Do 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 do. Do do da ya do 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 da. Do 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 be bo be do ba. Do do da ya do 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 da. Now the bridge. Do da do 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 do. Do da do 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 da do da. Chorus. Then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. And then let's do it again. Just the one and all is going to change. The harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all, one and all. And then when I was analyzing this melody to bring to you guys, I noticed something going through the melody. That is, we're all over the pentatonic scale. We're just giving one note outside the pentatonic scale. If you already know the pentatonic scale, comment or just start paying attention to that fact. If not, come with me. Let's go together until the end of the song. Let's understand this form, and then we talk again about this pentatonic scale. Coming from the first chorus, okay? The harder they fall, one and all. Melody. Do 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 do. Again. Do 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 do. Bridge. Do 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 do. Then the harder they come, cause harder they fall, one and all. The second time of the chorus, the one that was different. Then the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all, one and all. And then we have the oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. And I keep on fighting for the things I want. Dee da da do dee dee da. Again. Do da dee 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 do dee do dee do dee dee. Dee da ya do dee dee da. The bridge. Dee 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 dee. And now is the end of the song. Let's go into the end. The harder they come, the harder they fall. One and all. Whoa, yeah, the harder they come, the harder they fall. One and all. And let's do it one more time. The harder they come, the harder they fall. One and all. Okay, so this is the form of the song. Cool thing. Nice song to understand. Again, this form thing, if you never understood while I was talking about form and blah, 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 it's basically that you just map the songs when this repeats that. So the lyrics are changing, but the melody, the motive, no. And also the harmony. And you can, of course, guide yourself through the harmony. Two, if you're like not listening to a version like I want to sing together and I don't have this reference, if someone is not singing with me, then you start paying attention to the melodies, to the conventions, to things that can make you understand where are you together with all the instruments. So pentatonic scale, I talked about it sometimes here before. And the pentatonic scale, and just because we talked about scales last week with Consider Me of Jennifer Lara, um, um, then let's talk about this little scale that is super used in so many contexts. And in this case, we're working over a D flat major tonality, key, that maybe it's here. Yeah, the harder they come, the harder they fall. Wanna know the notes we're most using, because if you think about the scale of D flat major, you will have do, and then you have E flat, do, F, do, and then G flat, do, A flat, B flat, C, and then D flat again. But we're talking about the pentatonic. Here we have 7 notes. The 8th is the repetition of the first. But I want 5. 7 minus 5. Then I need to take 2 out to have my pentatonic scale, major pentatonic scale. So here I'm going to do this. 2, 2, 2, taking off this 4th. 2, 2, and taking off this 7th. What do I mean? That I'm not using F and I'm not using C here in this context. Talking about the pentatonic of the key that we're talking about, that is D flat major. Why am I talking about it? Because I noticed that all the melody of the song is over this scale. So it's starting here. Oh no, I talked about the F. No, the F is inside. The G flat is not here. That is the 4th. Okay, I'm sorry. So do 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 D flat, E flat, F, A flat, B flat, A flat, F, E flat, D flat. The notes, okay, of our key. Do do. So the song is starting on F. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And then when you go to the bridge, it puts a F. Do 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 do. Oh, the G. Do 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 da da do 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 do. The only moment. Do 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 do. And then chorus. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Just that. So I noticed also that he's using the scale over the song to play with it, to play with the phrases. So I wanted us to do it together over some parts, but I'm not going to sing. I'm going to put play here and I'm going to sing the chorus. So you guys sing with me. It's always coming twice. So let's do this exercise. You try to sing at home with this bass, and I'm going to guide you. A, A again, bridge. And then the chorus we'll do together. We'll do it together. And then I will do an exercise in the last one that I'm going to want to repeat with you guys. Okay? Let's do it. 20. Okay. Breathe it up. Try to sing it with me together, okay? Let's do it. Put the lyrics together. Oh my god, this is not the song. Jesus. Yes. All right. Come. With the melody. Do, 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 do. Again. Bridge. Let's go to the chorus. The harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Then I'm going to do one thing, you repeat. The harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. 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 Bridge. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's go to the chorus. The harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Oh, the harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Oh, 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 let's go to the bridge. One, two, three, come. Harder they come, the harder they fall, one and all. Come. The harder they come, the harder and fall, one and all. 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 Oh, the harder they come, the harder they fall. One and all. One and all. One and all. Okay, so what did I do here? I was trying to bring some notes so you can notice that they can be used all over the song in different ways because we're all over that 5 notes. And what did I do? This thing that I did with the one and all, every single time you come with the chorus, with the last chorus, you can do a different, the last phrase that one and all, you can do a different thing. Just like sometimes Jimmy Cliff does. He also does it in different parts of the song because since the form is idea, chorus, idea, chorus, idea, chorus, then the thing about bringing this to a personal thing is also giving melody, is also giving a personal interpretation And you can bring it, always talking about it here, you can bring it with melody, you can bring it with rhythm, you can bring it with timbre. And the cool thing about Jimmy Cliff is that he's not considered only a reggae and instrumentist, singer, composer, because he's a multi-instrumentist too, and actor. But also from soul music, also ska. He has a vast musical repertoire with a bunch of rhythms, especially when he was living here in Brazil, in Bahia. So it's a cool journey through the life of a versatile artist. Yeah, so this that he brings here also has to do with the other styles he brings to his music. His way of singing also brings colors of other things that has not so much to do with this aesthetics that we use it to think about traditional reggae. So it's a super cool guy to learn to search for, and it was a pleasure to bring it here today. Yeah, do we still have time? That's it. So yeah, today I came with the shirt of the firma. How can I say firma? Enterprise. Yeah, of the firma. Just to say that yeah, subscribe, keep watching our classes, ring the bell, and next week we're keep talking here at exactly this place, exactly this time about reggae music. So yeah, nice to be here. I'm Angela Veloso, forgot to tell you guys. And that's